Hi, welcome to the Yoga Pantry with me, Natasha. I'm in Melbourne, Australia right now, and I thought, well, I'll make a yoga video for you all. Um, and the best one to do, I thought, would be one for backpackers or travelers. If you've been traveling around and you've been walking a lot, or maybe you've been biking a little bit, and if you've got a big heavy backpack or just a big bag as you walk around the city, we're just going to do a few stretches just to open up the back, release any tightness in the legs and the feet. So grab your mat, or if you don't have a mat, it's all good. You can use a towel or just a nice patch of grass, and let's stretch out for those backpackers out there. All right, let's just start off standing first, and we'll just have a nice big stretch to stretch out the back muscles. Bring your hands up, interlace them, stretch up, open. Lovely big stretch out, and then let's exhale, soften the knees, hang out. We'll get to stretch out the back of our legs. If you've been walking a lot, you might have tight hamstrings, you might have tight calf muscles. Just roll around a little, not roll around, rock around side to side, sway a little bit here and there. See how that feels? Take a couple of lovely deep breaths and just move a little bit to the side. Move a little bit to the other side. And we'll start to bend one knee and straighten out the other leg. And bend the other knee and straighten out that leg. If you're not touching the ground, it's all good. You can do it a little higher. You can do it even higher than that. Just see what feels good. And if it feels good hanging out, interlace your fingers behind the back and let them draw down. Again, if you're super tight in the shoulders and the back, you can use a belt or a strap. You can hold onto it and be a little higher with the knees bent. Take some nice deep breaths. Reoxygenate your body. Just let everything hang out. Shake out the head, yes or no. Make sure it's all loosening up, release, and let's press through the feet. Draw the belly button up and roll all the way up. Reach those hands up again, interlace the fingers and stretch up. And let's stretch over to one side. Send your hips out there, soften the knees, come up. Stretch to the other side, soften the knees, come up. Shake it all out. Shake out those legs. All right, let's come down to kneeling. And we'll reach our hands up, crossing your left arm over your right. And if you can, bring the palms together or bring the backs of the hands together or drop the hands to the shoulders, depending again on how tight you are. And let's draw those arms up. If we've got the hands crossed, hooked, or tapped at the back, you can draw up. If you're just dropping to the shoulders, draw out. So we get to stretch out the back. If you've been walking around with a heavy backpack, you want to stretch out those back muscles. Breathe into it. And release and open. Open up the heart. You can sit cross-legged if you want to. Let's exhale. Bring our hands to our knees, round the back. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend up. This time, right hand over the top of the left. Maybe that's what we did before. Go the opposite way, I can't remember. Go the opposite way, wherever you're at. Remember, you can always drop your hands and lift, draw out, stretch out the back of the body, breathe into it. And then release out. Bring the hands behind you. We're going to interlace our fingers, or again, you can just scoop those hands together, open out the heart, stretch that out, lift the throat, lips together, open, open, open. Release the hands, breathe the heart up. And exhale, roll it out. Roll those shoulders, lovely big shoulder rotations. Just let all of the tightness in the shoulders release out. And let's roll back the other way. Lovely deep full breaths. And shake that out. Now drop the chin down towards the chest, interlace your fingers, drop the hands on the back of the head. No pulling, just let gravity do the work here. Gently stretching out the back of the neck. Feel that stretch come down the back of the neck, across the shoulders, down the spine. Breathe into it. And then gently release the hands, lift the gaze, lips together, chin towards the ceiling or the sky. Back to center, drop your ear down towards your right shoulder. Extend out through your left hand, just stretch it out there. And then release over to the other side, stretch that out. And release and just shake it all out. Roll it out, shake it out. Shake out those hands. Right, let's come to sitting. Extend your legs out in front of you. And we'll just loosen up the hips a little here. Roll out those feet from side to side. You can lean back, relax. And then point the toes, stretch that out, point, 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 draw back. And point. And draw them back towards you. Then roll them in so that your toes touch. They might not, depends on your hips. Roll them out, and we're creating that rotation from the hips rather than the knees or the ankles. So just see how that feels for you, and let's roll out our ankles a whole bunch. All right, shake that all out. Sit up nice and tall. Walk those sitting bones back behind you. You might need to lift the hips up onto a blanket or a cushion. And if you can reach your feet, go ahead and grab them. If you can't, you can use a strap or a belt again, or you can just grab hold of the legs. Inhale, find length through the body. And exhale, draw the toes towards you. You don't have to go down and drop down, and definitely don't round the back here, but look for length through the chest. Draw those toes towards you so you stretch out those calf muscles. If you've been walking a lot, the calf muscles might be feeling a little tight. Open the heart as well and draw the shoulders down the back so that, again, you get to open up the chest and you get to drop those shoulders down. Breathe into it. And if you're more flexible, you can always drop down a little more. Just see how that feels. Don't overdo it. Be kind to yourself. We're just stretching out. You can do this in your hotel, motel, backpacker room as well. Release. Shake that out. Take your right knee over the top of your left leg. This is a great one, not just for the glutes, but also it stretches out that left leg. So with that knee over the top, you could draw it towards you, drop it down. We don't want the knee up high, drop it down, and you can draw it in, and you might feel a little stretch in that right glute there. Sit up nice and tall. See how that feels for you. If that's tight, stay there. If it's okay, maybe reach for your foot or your leg. You might need to support underneath the knee. Inhale, bring the heart towards you. And reach your chest towards the front of, well, towards the top of your foot. And feel that lovely stretch right down the left leg. And then release that out. Wow, let that go. We'll do the other side. So taking your left leg over the top now. And again, that might already feel tight. You can sit up nice and tall. Breathe into it. You can lean into it, and you can just stay here. If that's all a challenge, just see how it feels for you. But if it feels good, go ahead, reach towards the legs. If it's too tight, ease off. Maybe put a little blanket or a cushion, pillow underneath the knee. See how you're feeling. Stretch that out. How are those feet doing? If you've hopefully been wearing sensible shoes, you can always give your foot a little massage here if you can reach the foot there. And then release that out. Shake it out. Shake, 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 shake. Let's roll our spine out. So come onto your backs. Lying down, feet are hip width apart, hands down by your side. Inhale, lift through the hips. You want to spiral down through the inner thighs and up through the outer thighs. So the glutes engage. Open the body up, breathe into it. Head stays centered the whole time. Create a little space for your chin and your chest. Gently roll down. And this time take the arms up with you. Roll up, press up. This time the chin and the chest touch. And then exhale, bring that down. Release your left leg. Squeeze your right leg in towards your body. Sun is right on my face. And then release. Let's do the other side. Squeeze that leg into your body. See how that feels. Release. Hug both knees and roll around. Let's rock up. And shake out those knees. Come onto your hands and knees. We'll do a little cat stretching here. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Inhale, open through the heart. Gaze up to that space between your eyebrows. Exhale, round, tuck your chin, roll through the spine. Press the floor away. Inhale, open up. Exhaling round. Inhale, come back to center. Bring your left hand to stack underneath your shoulder and inhale out through that right side. Reach it up, reach it up, reach it up. Exhale, take it through. There's a very insistent duck coming this way. Now you can take your left hand over the top and just leverage yourself deeper into a twist. This is lovely to get into the shoulders. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Trying to keep your hips stacked over your knees or even slightly forward of your knees. And then release. Inhale, come up. We're going to open into that cat stretch. And as you exhale, round. Inhale back to center. Reach up through the other arm. Reach and stretch. Feel that stretch coming right up the chest into the armpit. Thread that through. Exhale. Take that through. Again, hips over knees. And you can have your hand above the head, fingertips lifted to leverage deeper. You can always do the traditional round of bringing that behind you. This is quite a nice one to just open out the shoulders. If your shoulders don't make it to the ground and your head doesn't make it to the ground, a little cushion underneath there will make it more comfortable for you. Breathe into it. Stretch those shoulders. Deep breath. Exhale, release. Come back to center. Whew. Inhale up. Exhale, round. And let's do one little down dog just to tread everything out. Stretch everything out. Bend one leg a whole lot. Bend the other leg a whole lot. Walk yourself back towards the end of your mat and hang. Hang out. Maybe hold on to those elbows. Breathe into it. And then soften your knees. Press through the feet. Draw the belly button up. Arms overhead, stretch it up, ending where we started. Reach up, open. Breathe into it, open the heart. So we're getting a nice big bend there and exhale. Really shake it out. Shake out the legs and nice little dynamic spinal twist. You know how I love these ones. These are such a great way to loosen up the back, loosen up those shoulders, loosen up the spine. If you've been carrying a big heavy backpack, this is a good one. If you've been sitting around on public transport, this is a good one as well. See how that feels? And breathe into it. And release it out. Release it out. Shake it out. Roll those shoulders out and back. And you're done. Just a nice quick stretch to stretch out all of the bits that might get a little tight when you're traveling around. And if you've been cycling, check out the video for cyclists coming out soon. Have a wonderful trip. Enjoy your backpacking adventures, and I will see you very soon here at the Yoga Pantry. Namaste.